Hey, all you Wookieee Warriors, how you guys doing? So at this point, if you guys have made it to the end of the video, thank you. I should say videos, because there was a lot of footage that I recorded, and I didn't record everything I wanted. It was really hot. It wasn't the heat so much as it was the humidity. Like, we were going to just going to the snack stands and just constantly getting like soda, water, mead. Anyway, but I did record. I thought it was some of the really cool events they were doing, or shows they were going. The first one was actually a pretty funny show. I was a little late recording because I didn't know they already started it. I thought they were like just building up to it. But it wasn't until I'm like, oh yeah, they're starting. So I started recording, and it was. You guys will notice like some of the camera shots were kind of like this. That's because my arm was actually getting tired. I know you're like, how can your arm be tired just holding your phone? Trust me, it was hot. We visited a lot of the stores. Now I didn't record while I was in the store. One. They were very small. Only could probably handle like 6 people maybe. So just for the reason I didn't want to break my camera or like shove a camera in someone's face, I decided not to record inside the shops. But I did show some of the shops in some of the footage. Next year I will probably go a little bit more prepared. Maybe see if I can get a something to hold onto my camera, or maybe just like something I can put on my like a shoulder or something. Definitely should become better prepared. But it was a really cool experience, really fun. I'll probably end up doing it again next year. Just letting you guys know what kind of shops they had. They had jewelry shops. We saw one really cool one where the guy was actually building. One was building the jewelry by hand. Another guy was really cool. It was a glass smith, where he was making glass sculptures. I didn't really check that shop out. We were pretty tired at that point. Like, we got there at, I think we were like 9 something. We had to walk a long way just to get to the gates. I did shoot a little bit. I am going to put that in the video. I just didn't know what to say at that juncture. I was still in the process of kind of waking up. So that footage is only like a minute long because I didn't want to, go around everyone. I was really unsure about like what the rules were. Like, there are some rules against cameras and recordings. Didn't seem there was that really all that problematic. Because I did see people like grabbing phones and recording and taking pictures. I don't think that was a problem. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I was actually tempted to go in and grab one of my swords, but I think I'll save that for next year, and I'll be able to get a costume. Hopefully it's not as humid as was this year. And I've already kind of figured out what kind of costume I'd want to get. If you guys ever played Skyrim, thinking about trying to get an outfit similar, maybe not exact, but similar to that outfit. I already have a perfect sword for it. If you guys are familiar with 7 Deadly Sins, I was going to strap that to my belt. And I think that would be a really good sword for that particular costume. There was a lot of shows. Like, I only was able to record parts of it because we came late. Like, there was one show called The Mooney Show, which was really entertaining, really cool, really fun. Most of the entertainers there were really good entertainers, really humorous. They stopped at kind of like I think it was called the Pig and Whistle. um, and they were actually making singing songs, and one of them was from Assassin's Creed. I remember this song. It's just I don't listen to it a lot, is because I only have a handful of songs on my Spotify. And this is just a little after video that I'm going to be posting on each one of the on the very last episode, or the very last part of the videos. They even had like rides for the kids. They even had one where you could it looked like you could climb the kind of like a castle. I don't know. I didn't see a lot of people climbing it. But they did have a zip line, so you can actually pay someone to go on a zip line. And we all were making jokes because there's one person that almost went back in the water. I was like, dude, don't even catch me. I'll go back to the water. I'll go in the water and I'll pull myself up later. You know, it was really, really hot and humid. We did get a little bit of a drizzle, which is why I didn't record a little bit there. A little bit different than I expected. Like it didn't seem like they were like gung ho on the whole aspect that you had to say, "I wish to have mead, sir." You know, you had to talk in the lingo. You didn't have to. It didn't seem like. Some of the people did. Some of the people didn't. They had a variety of different concoctions. I think one of the first drinks we tried was like a vodka mix. It was actually pretty tasty. Then I finally got to try mead, and they said there was like two or three different flavors. I should just throw them all in. It was actually pretty good. I also tried Mai Tai. I got a mug. Actually, I'm gonna go get it. I know I'm already recording. I shouldn't get up, right? But you guys can just bear with me. It's real quick. Darn, mic is messing up my hair. Oh, headsets. So this is the my souvenir for this year. I got a mug. I think this retailed at this place $45. But they went expensive. Like just getting like a meat, like a horn, was like $50. They had ones that actually had handles. Those were like $90. They were expensive there. Even the swords there were expensive. Like the cheapest one I saw was like $600. Yeah. The most expensive one I saw was like around 1,200, and the outfits are there even expensive. Like I think my sister, she got herself an outfit. She paid somewhere around $300-400, I think, for the outfit. Really expensive. And the sodas, like you'd be better going to one of the bars and getting like a little cup versus going and getting a bottle, because the bottles are like $5 a pop. I actually ended up saving my bottle. I'm like, there's got to be a place to get free water. And I saw a lot of cool people. It didn't seem like people just came dressed in with like the medieval era. Like I saw people coming in from all kinds of cosplay. I saw someone with a Cloud cosplay, like had the big sword and Cloud's outfit. I didn't see his hair. I don't know if he went full hair, but he did get the uniform. I even saw someone dress up as Zorro. the legendary Pyro Hunter Zoro from One Piece. There was a lot of other cool costumes. One guy dressed up as a knight, and I had high props for those guys. I mean, it was really hot, 90 degrees plus humidity, and these guys were dressed to bear, and I'm like, dude, that's commitment right there. We had I wish I took some pictures, but like I said, I didn't want to put camera in people's faces. I mean, they're there to have a good time. They're not there to be on YouTube, you know. But we had some of the outfits did stand out. I think on one of the videos you guys will see someone actually have wings, and I thought they were really cool, really well done. The one I remember was an elven outfit, and I think they were like elven mages. And the reason why they stuck out is because their outfit was just solid orange, like supposed to be like autumn, and the other guy had like a face mask pulled up, kind of like a ninja. But there was a lot of barbarians. The number one funny thing is I was wearing, because I thought, it's a Renaissance fair, I might as well wear something that has a knight on it at least. And I wore the shirt my brother Dom got me, which is actually kind of funny, because I got the number one comment I got from people was Dark Souls. Like one guy, I was just coming out of the bathroom, and the guy caught me off guard. He's like, "Oh, dude, I can't wait for Dark Souls 4." I'm like, "There is no Dark Souls 4." He's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "No, it's not Dark Souls 4. It's the predecessor to the Dark Souls series, or the successor to the Dark Souls series, but it's not Dark Souls." It's like, "Oh, yeah," and we just talked about Dark Souls for like good 20 minutes, and I'm like, "Okay, see ya." And then I go somewhere else, and we're talking about more Dark Souls. I'm just trying to get some food, and I'm like, "Yeah, Dark Souls." And then I'm looking at like leather stuff, like bracelets. I thought about getting one, but at this juncture, I might get one next year. I don't know. This one guy's like, "I got one question for you. What's your build?" I'm like, I get this question so many times. I don't have one. I said I don't have one. I call it the Wookiee'S build. It's a pretty much versatile build. I use pretty much it so I can use everything. And he's like, I'm like, "Dude, I beat the game on it. It's a workable build." It's like, so I was constantly getting talked to about Dark Souls, which is kind of, to me, it was kind of funny. My sister was like, "You should show him your tattoo." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Dark Souls fan." Then there's I don't want to spoil everything in this after video. Well, if you guys made it to this video, you guys already seen all the other content. There's a lot of different shows. We didn't get to all of them because there's only certain shows that are only showed at certain times. Like we made part of Mooney, as I mentioned before. We made the Mud Show. We made the Whip Show, the Fire Whip, which was really cool. And then I think it was like towards the end, and that was like the last thing we actually did was we watched the jousting. It was really funny, not funny, but it was really cool. But the funny thing is like I'm sitting there sitting on the grass on the low point. I was hoping we get on the hill, but that hill was like packed. Like everywhere was packed for this show, and everyone was walking in front of me, so constantly I'm getting people's backsides or heads. I'm like, "Guys, I'm not here to record you. I'm here to record the jousting. Can you guys, like, I don't know, walk behind us?" I remember distinctly in the show, people got loud on the Mud Show. Like, it was insane. It was a really cool experience, and I'm really happy I went. It it was very like I think I said in the video, it was very similar to a thing called the Rendezvous, which we used to have. Um, I think it was like 15. It shut down 15 years ago. At least 5, 10 years ago. 15 years ago, which was modeled after the fur trade, and we went every year. It was fun. It was a lot smaller than this place. Like we only went like maybe halfway through the places. I think we just did a lot of like circular motion. Like we didn't go through the whole park. I mean, the whole thing is like this giant village. We actually get a little map, and it's huge. It's a huge fair. Another thing that's coming back, I think we'll go in June. It's an event called Pirate Bay or Pirate Fest, and Pirate Fest, as the name states, is very similar to the Renaissance Fair, but it's a small, very small fair, which is 100% free. You just park and walk in. I remember one year we're going in with a friend, and his mother was like, "Get in there on that statue." It was like a sexy pirate statue, and she's like, "Get in there, I'll take a picture." I'm like, oh, "Okay." But they sell swords. The swords there are very cheap. At least when I remember, like the most expensive I think I saw was like $80 for a sword, $80 and lower. So if they bring that back next year, I think I'll go in there definitely with my sister and record. But I think I'll definitely do another recording for the Renaissance Fair. You'll definitely see me dress up. And I'm definitely gonna probably grab a pack. Like they check your bags, like they don't want you bringing your own water and stuff like that, obviously, because they want you to buy their waters and their sodas and their beverages and their food. They don't want you bringing your own. But there was some of these guys were pretty darn smart. They were coming in with backpacks, like water bags, and they just had those on because they're not gonna tell you to go dump it out or anything like that. So these guys actually came in with like Gatorade on their backpack in their bag and just like sipping it as they're walking. And I'm like, "You do it? I'm doing that next year." Another thing was just interesting is I went to bed early to get some sleep, and I just didn't sleep very well. So I was like operating like on probably 3 hours of sleep. But it was such an enjoyable experience that I just immediately woke up. Trying to think what else I can say about it. Definitely, as I said about the lingo, there's definitely a lot of people that were speaking, in the would you like a pencil, squire? There was people definitely talking that lingo. Like at the gate, it actually did talk like that. People did talk like that. I don't know if I got the whole thing, but I did get part of the opening of the gate. A lot of different vendors, but a lot of them were selling their own like leather stuff. We didn't really try any of the food. Like there was like a cheesy ball. I tried a little bit of that. It was actually pretty good with barbecue sauce. It was actually funny. I was sitting on a rock waiting for my sister to get done with the costume shop, and this elderly gentleman says, "Don't try the ribs. They're horrible." I'm like, "I don't plan on it because I don't think we could afford the other foods there." I mean, they had like barbecue turkey legs, like or big chicken legs. They had barbecued ribs. They had like these weird concoctions. Like I would see people coming with plates. There's like this, like about this. Like here's the plate. This is how high the food was. I'm like, "Jeez, what the heck is that?" It looked like onion rings, but little different. Um, so definitely like to try some of the food next time I go there. Um, Definitely gonna have to, if it's gonna be like the next year, I'm definitely gonna make sure I get some kind of air conditioned. Like they're not gonna get air conditioning, but I saw people walking around like these neck fans. I'm like, I want to get some of those, or at least a spray bottle with a fan, so I can cool myself off. Because there was like a portion, like we had, I just polished off my soda, and I was actually grabbing ice cubes, and I was like um, sucking on them, and then I put one of them on my forehead, just letting the cool ice just melt on my forehead. And my sister's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just hot." um, but overall, a very fun experience. Definitely looking forward to going back next year. Um, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I'm definitely gonna be this will be a recurring segment on my channel, is me recording um, the Ren fairs, Pirate Fest, not Pirate Bay, Pirate Fest. Um, I think that's probably about all the fests we really have. I think it's just Ren Fair and Pirate Fest next year. Um, but I'll definitely be doing these again. I'll be doing more recordings. I'll have to come better prepared, so I'm not going. To me, like when I was recording, it was like me constantly doing symmetrics, like outstretched arm, just holding my camera. I was like, constantly. You guys will see the phone in some segments where it kind of goes like this or like this. It jiggles a little bit. That's because I'm switching my hands frequently. I know for the jousting, I actually stood up, which I didn't want to because there was people behind me, but it was so hard to get a good picture on the next segment of the jousting that I needed to stand up and watch them because they were doing the sword bit. Um, um, but I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I hope everyone is having a Wookiee'Tastic day, and I'll see you all on our next adventure. Till next time, see ya.